Thanks, Talia. Previously, we've brought you stories about the vaping trend and the association health implications. Today, we look at the future of this trend. I first talked with our local congressional representative, John Riley's legislative advisor, to learn about the congressman's stance on vaping.
To my knowledge, like I said, we would imagine that e-cigarettes should be regulated more or less the same way a regular cigarette should be. They're not, I don't believe they are entirely as harmful as smoking, raw tobacco, but you still have nicotine, it's still an addictive substance.
In our survey of the student body, we found out that 56.9% of students believe that vaping should not be illegal among minors. We talked to some students to find out what they had to say.
I would say 18 and under, yes, because 18 is when you can buy cigarettes and stuff like that, and you're like old enough to make your own decisions. But for like 16 to like 14 years old, no, like it should be banned because you can like get addicted and get into cigarettes, get into alcohol. Like, it's just kind of like a gateway drug.
I think they should lower the age to like 16 since more and more kids are doing it. What I don't think is that kids should do it in school.
I think they're fine, honestly. Because, like, I don't know, kids are just, like, lying to their parents about it and, like, sneaking it. And I know so many people who have gotten suspended because of it, and it's just not a good thing to do.
With vaping and e-cigarette use being a relatively new trend, it often takes time for the laws to catch up. John Riley's representative commented on future legislation and laws to be made about teenage vaping.
There's always going to be various bills whenever there's new technology. There's going to be, like, for example, e-cigarettes are a perfect example of it. It's a new type of drug now, a new form of nicotine. So now they're looking at how they're being distributed because now there's a new kind of nicotine store. There's these vape places. So there's always things like that. Medical marijuana is another big thing too.
Lastly, we talked to Officer Lopez from the Oakland County Sheriff Department about vaping at LOHS in the future.
I don't think it will happen this year. There was legislation on the desk of the governor in 2000, I believe it was 15. And they didn't pass it because the governor felt it wasn't strong enough of the consequences. But this is becoming an epidemic everywhere in not just Michigan or Oakland County in the United States for the children vaping. And they don't know the effects of what's going on in the lungs of people who are using the vaporizers.
That's it for our 3-part series on vaping. Thank you for watching. For WDBC, I'm Jenna Gaylord.